You know, our vision will not change, which is to be the best program in the state of Missouri. I mean, we're going to be successful because of the way that we practice, the way that we work, the way that we play, and that's what's going to make folks proud at the end of the day, and that's why we play football. Anyway, we got great kids, man, and that's probably the best part of this whole thing. Play the very best that we can play, no matter who we play, because at the end of the day, that's what we're supposed to do, is give our best, regardless of who we're playing, and I thought our kids did that. And, you know, you have no idea how much it helps the kids, you know, when the fans are behind them and the students are into it, you know, so I just ask that they show up and let's be ready to go. You know what, I mean, if you approach life from the standpoint of, I want to be the very best I can be today and don't worry about tomorrow and don't worry about yesterday, you know, it kind of works itself out. I mean, they're coaching their butts off every single day, every single minute to put the best product they can put out there. And we're going to have kids that are going to compete. Like, they're going to go out there and compete their butts off, you know, and sometimes that's good enough, sometimes it's not. But what we have to do is do the fundamental things that's good for us, and that's hang on to the ball, try to have some big plays, be good in special teams. You know, like the objectives that it takes to win football, that's what we're working on every single day. Anybody that's ever been a competitor loves to compete. You know, like I can't wait for them to get in there, you know, and let's see how our kids perform.
Again. Nixa Football. Are you ready to fight? Flip on the lights. It's Friday night.
And a good evening, everybody, and welcome to week 3 of the Nixa Touchdown Club Coaches Show. Wow. Big crowd in here tonight from Big Whiskeys, and we're excited to be here. Of course, big victory. The first thing we need to do, Coach, is we've got the official Sign-A-Rama scoreboard behind us. You've got the marker. Remind us, what was the score Friday night versus Willard? 49-14, Coach, with a big W next to that. He spelled it right. You got that right, Coach. Well, you know what? It was a fun week, Coach. Once again, you know, we were able to come back after Joplin. Of course, that was a tough game. You guys had a lot of momentum. We're going to get into that in just a few minutes. But before we get started, got to do a shout-out to our sponsors tonight. Of course, Jenkins CPA, longtime original sponsor of the Nixa Touchdown Club Coaches Show. Big thanks to Vance Jenkins and Heather Jenkins and all they do for our community. Our host here at Big Whiskeys, of course, you know, we can't do this without them. They've actually improved their network for us, giving us better speeds. They take care of our players and our coaches. And even in Peyton tonight, got a big All-American burger, so he was full after coming home from practice. So big thanks to Greg and his team here at Big Whiskeys. And by the way, if you're here with us tonight for the live recording, make sure, do not forget to tip those servers tonight. It means a lot, and they work hard for us here on Tuesday nights. Got a new sponsor, Coach.
Yes.
Yes, Price Cutters jumped on board with us, and they're going to be sponsoring the Player of the Week. And Rob Marsh with Price Cutters here tonight, the manager of the store. And they not only, you're going to see a video later on of the show where they have that team store. I know we were over there the other day. What a great place to go and buy Nixa gear. But more than that, they've been supporting our community for many years. So big thanks to Price Cutter jumping on board and helping us with our coaches show. And of course, you know, it's time to get into analyzing a little bit about what happened on Friday night. And a big thanks to Greg's Mower Shop. And I got to tell you, I did take my you weren't here last week. Or we talked about taking my lawnmower over, if you saw the show. And my John Deere, I took it over the other day, hadn't been running, couldn't get it to run. Greg and his team, we get it inside of the compound there. He jumps up there, his guy turns it on, and it just fires right up.
Magic.
Fires right up. I mean, it worked just by pulling into the lot.
Yes.
That is and I'm not kidding. So we really didn't know what to do. So I said, Greg, here's what I want you to do for me. I said, go ahead and give it a full tune-up. You know, take care of the mower deck. And I said, check the oil and everything. So Greg's doing that for me. And hopefully he finds the problem, because Greg, I couldn't get it to run, and I feel like an idiot. But either way, getting a tune-up over there. And a big thanks to Greg's Mower Shop for being a sponsor of the Coaches Show. And Greg is in here as well tonight. So Anyway, you know what, Coach? We got down to business. Right off the bat, this is the opening drive. You guys made a statement right off the bat to Willard, and it started right here on the 10-yard line. Fill me in on what's going through your mind.
Well, we actually, Coach Baldwin's kind of in charge of the kickoff return team, and we had been doing one thing, and we changed it up. He put a new one in this week, and we were able to get a great return. Obviously, when you return the ball to the other side of the field, you have a great advantage. And then, they wanted to put 5 people in the box, which is, from tackle to tackle. They wanted to keep all those guys out there covering our receivers. So, we were just going to hand it off and run because that's kind of what they were giving us. And I thought, our offensive line's really good. I thought they did a great job. We have several different backs, obviously, got to play. We thought they all did a fantastic job.
Yeah, but this is one guy here.
This is one guy on the first drive. We kind of rotated series, but Kaysen did a fantastic job of running the ball. Kaysen's a downhill, power back, and behind that offensive line, he's pretty good.
Well, he just drive on down the field. I mean, it was in a matter of minutes, and we're already in the end zone here. I mean, I think it's the next play that he's going to punch it in, and you guys just stuck with that in that first drive and never veered away from that. After the long return, we were talking about it up in the booth. Did getting possession on the Willard side of the field, did that change your strategy a little bit about your first attack on the ball?
No,
like
not at all.
Stop back at the 20?
We were going to do that no matter what, just because of the defense they played. If you're going to put 5 people in the box and we have 5 offensive linemen and a guy toting the ball, we are +1. So, we should do that. Now, if you remember in the second quarter, kind of when we kind of went to sleep, you'd say.
Well,
we were practicing throwing the football. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were still telling us to run it, but we wanted to get film on some things, so we were practicing throwing the ball, and we made some mistakes, but we got a lot of great film that we were able to watch this week and learn from and get better.
Well, Coach, I mean, looking at Knitzel's stats, I mean, 11 for 16. 100 yards, 3 touchdown passes. I mean, there's some pretty good plays that came out. We're going to cover that a little bit more with our wide receiver coach, some of the offensive passing a little bit here and coming up after the break. But still, really good performance by our quarterback. And then, of course, Kaysen. What is this, 24 carries, 144 yards, and 3 touchdowns?
He had a fantastic night,
Great
no doubt
game,
about it.
Man. Very good. Well, Coach, your defense also had a pretty good game. Here's some of the defensive plays. I mean, they were able to get in there and put some stomps on Willard, caused 3 turnovers, interceptions. We had special teams recovering a fumble. Give us your overview on the performance of the defense on last Friday night.
I thought it was really good. I thought the whole team, after the Joplin game, wanted to come out and kind of make a statement and play. Joplin was not our best outing. I mean, it might have been the best we had that night, but we were not satisfied with that. So I think defensively, we had a little bit of a chip on our shoulder, and, they were not getting much of anything. There was a little bit of a lull there where they completed a pass or 2, but other than that, they really didn't do anything on offense all night, and that's hats off to our guys for coming out and playing the game the way it's meant to be played.
Yeah, and of course, we gave up those points early on just by a really good play by Willard. Give them credit. They made a couple of good connections. But all in all, I mean, we really held them, and we're pretty much controlled the ball all night long.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, I don't think that game was, ever in doubt, and it could have been worse than it was. But I thought defensively was good. I thought special teams was good. I thought the offense was good. I think there was a lull that championship teams don't do. In the second quarter, we kind of got satisfied and let up a little bit, and kind of what we talked to the kids about is, when you're on them, like, go ahead and beat them. I mean, you're already there. I mean, and we want to be – how you play should not depend on what the score is. Whether you're down 28, up 28, you should play 100% all the time until we take you out of the game. And we did lax up a little bit, but that's a learning experience moving forward. I think we learned from that. And I think they – intended on getting my blood pressure up at halftime a little bit, which they accomplished. But, we're going to learn from that, and we're going to get better.
Well, Coach, as you approach the practice this week, how have you addressed that and going, hey, guys, we go 4 quarters?
We got to be better. I mean, and it starts at practice. We didn't have a great day yesterday at practice. Today was a whole lot better. I mean, it's an everyday thing. I mean, being great is being great, and it's not just being great on Friday night. It's not just being great at practice. It's being great at school. It's being a great son. It's being a great friend, is being great every single day, and we're still learning. You know, we want to pick and choose. You know, when we're up 28, you know, maybe we don't want to be great, or when we're down 28, maybe we don't want to be great. But I mean, you got to be great all the time. You know, and I think being more consistent is what we want to see our entire team do.
Well, Coach, you know, we've both been football fans our entire lives. We've all seen football games out there where a team's up by 28 points and loses the game.
Sure.
It can happen.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, I've seen, who was it, the Buffalo Bills or somebody was up 28 or maybe 35 and come back and got beat. So it does happen. But there are also teams out there like Alabama that when they play somebody that's not very good, they beat them like a drum, you know, like their play doesn't change. I mean, they're great all the time, you know, and I think that's what we're striving to be, no matter who we're playing, no matter what the score is. If you're on the field, go full speed.
Well, Coach, we've seen a wide variety of wide receivers this year, so we're going to bring up our wide receivers coach. Why don't you give us a little intro about how important Coach Sundstrom is to the program and what makes him special for our wide receivers?
I'm going to tell you the most special thing is his karaoke skills. Like, they are
Okay, Jessica, get the jukebox going back there. Get us a little Garth Brooks.
Hey,
we're going to do karaoke after the break.
That's the wrong karaoke, but my man is a karaoke star. Like, he's really good. I mean, we could get him to sing a little. I don't know. But anyway, it's probably not the time or place for that. But he does a fantastic job, man. He's great with those guys. We have a plethora of wide receivers with a plethora of different attitudes and different behavior skills, and he does a fantastic job of going out there every single day and trying to get the best out of them, and that's what we expect, and he does a fantastic job.
Coach, any final closing thoughts as we close out Willard and look towards Republic? What's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is I would like to say thank you for all of you that show up in here. Some of you, like the Turners, the Hammets, the Wells, show up every single time we do this, and it's I do appreciate that. It means a lot to me personally. Y'all are kind of like our Coaches Show family. I do appreciate that. So, it does not go unnoticed. I can promise you that. I don't know if it has anything to do with football, but I am appreciative. Thank you.
Well, I tell you, I got Robert's always here early to help me set up, and Vance is here, and it's just a big help to get this show up and running. So, well, you know what? We're going to meet Coach Brad Sundstrom coming up right after this message from Jenkins CPA right here at the Coaches Show and Big Whiskeys. Here we go, 3, 2. And welcome back here to Big Whiskeys for Week 3 of the Nixa Touchdown Club Coaches Show. Taxes aren't very much fun, but Jenkins CPA, they make taxes fun. Actually, they have Express Tax, also exposed marketing, lots of tools over there for businesses. So if you're interested, make sure to reach out to Jenkins CPA. So, we are visiting here with wide receivers coach Brad Sundstrom here at the Touchdown Club Coaches Show. And, Coach, big win. But honestly, it's not just that. I've seen week after week, our receivers are really beginning to improve. And you've got one receiver in particular who's really improving week to week. Let's talk about how you're working with the kids and the students and what that looks like behind the scenes as you're working with the students each and every week.
Yeah, so we have this year, like Coach said, we have a ton of wide receivers, and all of them bring something special to the group, and really it's just keeping them motivated, and what's great is that they're all hungry, So as long as they stay true to the game and true to that hunger, we'd be great with it.
Well, I'll tell you what, watching Combs develop here a little bit, I mean, he's creating separation on this play,
Yep.
and that's partially speed, partially Knitzel getting the ball out there so he can create that separation. But, Coach, I mean, we've got a lot of great receivers. We got McCracken, we got Turner, we got Ham. I mean, all these different guys that you guys are trying to work in each and every week to the program. How is that affecting our passing game? But I mean, we're seeing 11 for 16. That's pretty good stats on a night that we could run the ball all over the place.
In a huge way. So I mean, with all of those weapons on the field, we can go from sideline to sideline. We can throw it to Cale Combs for a couple plays, and then they think that we need to get double coverage over there, and then they forget that we also have Austin McCracken, Michelle, and Jordy over there that can do the exact same thing. So it gives us a different threat on the offensive side. And, we spoke earlier about our run game that's just phenomenal. So, I mean, if we're able to get that going all around, and then with the front line, I mean, we're a force to be reckoned with.
Well, I mean, yes, we're seeing Combs develop some separation here, but as you know, in every football team that has that great receiver or they at some point they play against a team that somebody can keep up with them, or they come up with a strategy. And I think you continuing to develop all of our receivers, which we know we have talent, that's going to help give more opportunities for the offense not to focus on one person. So I think that's kind of cool that we're developing that talent.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. And one thing, that we do, and Coach Perry helps a lot with that, and Coach Wells and Coach Baldwin, all the offense coaches, is, obviously we see everything, and even, NFL, Saturdays and Sundays. And
right.
So if we see a receiver on a Saturday or Sunday that does something great, and we're able to get that film, we're able to send it to him, just be like, hey, do you see this route? You see how he ran this? And it's great that the guys are able to kind of develop that. And then when we work on that throughout the week, it works out really well. So as long as they have that drive to continue to grow, sky's the limit for that.
Well, when we're looking at 24 yards per average on Friday night for Cale, I mean, and then 2 of those were touchdowns. That's a pretty impressive night.
It makes it looks like my job is very, very easy. I will tell you that much.
Well, and you're right, it is a team effort. So let's talk about a little bit behind the scenes when you're working with the students. How are you working with them to motivate them, to encourage them, to challenge them, along with following the Coach Perry strategy?
Yeah, well, we come up with our objectives, and one of the things is to be a teammate, because we are such a big group that we can't get individual,
Mm-hmm.
we can't get that way. So we got to be able to have each other's back and stuff, and then it's just so really that's kind of really the biggest thing. We always kind of stay encouraging and whatnot.
So we got the Trenchmen, we got the Mafia, what is it, the Wick Mafia?
Wick Mafia.
Is there anything that we're calling the receiver corps?
We do. We call each other the Waffle House.
The Waffle House. Explain
Waffle
that.
House.
I want to know about that. Tell me about that.
Because on the field, we are open 24/7. Logo coming soon.
So, Coach, our next 2 players that we have coming up. We've got Kason Hammond, and, of course, on the defensive side, Cody Breeden. You've been around these students for a while now, been in the program. Tell us what you know about these kids and what makes them so special.
Man, Kason, to start off with him, I mean, he is one that has shown up every day, has been a leader, as you can see just from the eyeball test. I mean, he looks like he's a specimen, and he's got the muscle building. He was able to work really hard in the offseason, which that's what built him there. And being able to throw him in at H-back, and then now getting reps at the running back out there in the tailback. He's able to do a lot of things for us and be versatile. And he's been doing a great job. And the best thing about Kason is that his effort is 100% all the time.
Yeah.
So that's a great thing. So, I mean, we don't have to coach effort. And when you don't have to coach effort, you can just focus on the game. That's a great thing. And
you got Breeden on the other side, who's been going against your receivers all season long.
And he makes us 100% better. And it was great because my first year at Nixa, before I was a wide receivers coach, I was the safeties coach, and Cody was a sophomore. And so I was able to be with him one-on-one and kind of build a relationship with him at a young age and stuff. And so watching him grow now, still in that safety role, and really make a dominant appearance. He had a clutch interception, and and when we do one-on-ones in practice, he really makes our slot receivers and our guys work really hard for that catch. So it's just great to see him develop.
All right. Before we go to break here at the Coaches Show, I've got one final question for you.
All right.
Your go-to karaoke song. I mean, it's the competition. $500 on the line, cash winner tonight. You feel you've got a chance to win. What is the go-to song?
Back in the day, it was Don Williams' Tulsa Time. That was back in the day, but I think now I'd probably go Leonard Skinner, 3 Steps.
There you go. Guys, give a round of applause for our wide receivers coach. Give me 3 steps, Brad Sundstrom. Hey, we'll be back right after this message about who won $500 from the Nixa Chamber of Commerce. We'll be right back with our 2 seniors.
2. All right, good afternoon, Nixa. Coming to you today from the Nixa Chamber Show, as we like to call it, the Nixa Chamber Luncheon. And we've been having this contest where we're going to give away a $500 gift card for someone who not only downloaded the Experience Nixa app, but also, check this out, entered into the contest, and big thanks to our partners with this on Nixa Hardware. Now, what is so cool about the Experience Nixa app? This is an app that's going to be all-inclusive to our community. This is not about the Nixa Chamber. This is about Nixa as a whole. Yes, your chamber has been able to, with the help of all of our supporters and sponsors and our partners and our members, to be able to bring this to you, but we really want this to be about Nixa, where to eat, shop, live, and play. So as you're looking at this app, please click on those spots. You're going to see information about Nixa Sucker Days or the upcoming event, which is Creeping to the Crossroads, happening on October the 30th. We're going to have information about Nixa Public Schools and information about Nixa Parks and the city of Nixa and Nixa Fire District, and everybody that's pretty much in this room is going to be featured at some point. So please check out the Experience Nixa app. But right now, you want to know who won the $500 gift card. Now, how we did this is we have a cool randomizer that we use. Samantha Kelly, our events coordinator, took care of this. And the winner is, here we go, Nixa Chamber. Can I get a drum roll, please? There it is. Here it comes. And the winner is Heather Usher, $500 from Nixa Hardware. So congratulations. What a great Nixa family, and I know they'll use that well. And a big thanks to our friends over at Nixa Hardware. And remember, be vocal for Shop Local.
And welcome back to the Nixa Touchdown Club Coaches Show, Week 3 edition. And before I introduce you our seniors here today who had fantastic games last week, don't forget, big thanks to Jenkins CPA, our friends here at Big Whiskeys, and Greg's going to have some free appetizers for you guys for being on the show tonight. So we really appreciate them. Of course, our newest sponsor, Price Cutter, and we'll announce how they're going to be sponsoring the show in just a minute. And then, of course, Jenkins CPA and all the stuff that they do for the Touchdown Club. And I don't know. I mean, all this equipment comes from the Nixa Chamber, so I guess that's kind of cool, right? I mean, I have all this stuff I use there, so I might as well use it here. So anyway, big thanks to all of our sponsors. If you want to know how you can be a part of this show, we still have lots of opportunities left. And guys, I don't know about you, but we got a lot of games to go yet, right? We got a lot of games, right? Like I want to fill that sheet up, and then this other sheet that they're going to make it from Sinorama, right? That's our big plan. So. All right, well, let's get into it, guys. So right off the bat, we've got our seniors here, number 20, Kason Hammett, outstanding game the other night. And, of course, seniors number 25, Cody Breeden, offense and defensive side. And right off the bat, I'm going to show something here. This is one of your drives. This is just you just getting with it. Now, this isn't that first opening drive. This is just 3 plays here that you're just pounding right down the middle. Dude, look at that hole. I mean, come on, man. I think I could run through that. I think you're a great athlete. But I think after what they're doing for you guys, and these guys are sitting right over here, man, what's your thoughts on that?
You know, I mean, at the beginning of the season, the offensive linemen, I mean, it's always a struggle to get it going, but they have worked their tails off every single practice all throughout the summer, and they're getting it done. I mean, every week, in and out.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. And of course, you know, granted, you jumped in there in a position where Ramon has, got hurt, which is great, but you were already starting to play some of that position to offset his running. But, man, dude, look at these numbers right here, man. You ended up with 144 yards with a 6-yard average. That's a fantastic job, man. Give that kid a round of applause. All right, well, let's get into it, guys. So right off the bat, we've got our seniors here, number 20, Kason Hammett, outstanding game the other night. And, of course, seniors number 25, Cody Breeden, offense and defensive side. And right off the bat, I'm going to show something here. This is one of your drives. This is just you just getting with it. Now, this isn't that first opening drive. This is just 3 plays here that you're just pounding right down the middle. Dude, look at that hole. I mean, come on, man. I think after what they're doing for you guys, and these guys are sitting right over here, man, what's your thoughts on that?
You know, I mean, at the beginning of the season, the offensive linemen, I mean, it's always a struggle to get it going, but they have worked their tails off every single practice all throughout the summer, and they're getting it done. I mean, every week, in and out.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. And of course, you know, And that is why, check this out, you are the Price Cutter Player of the Week on your performance on Friday night. So congratulations. And Rob is...
Thank you.
Do you like steak?
Of course.
You like steak?
Of course.
Do you know how to cook a steak?
No, I do not.
Okay, well, maybe that's something Dad can teach you over here. But you're going to get one big steak courtesy of Price Cutter for being our Price Cutter
Awesome.
Player of the Week. So congratulations on that. Thanks for Price Cutter. So here we are, senior year, man. And what's your thoughts about being on the team? I mean, what's happening behind the scenes, things that we need to know about?
You know, I mean, going all through my high school career, like I never expected senior year to come so fast. I mean, it came out of nowhere, and I mean, it's been going great. The brotherhood on the team, we all love each other, we all take care of each other, and it's just day in and day out, we're working hard for the guy next to us.
So tell me, so your coaches, who coaches the running backs?
Coach Dustin Baldwin.
Yeah, right. So tell me something funny about Coaching Baldwin when I got you up here. Tell me something, how he motivates you or something silly he does that just stands out from something else that any of the other coaches.
You know, anytime I'll make a mistake in practice, he gets on to me about it, but he makes it funny. And so, I mean, that motivates me to do better, and it keeps a good relationship between us. And he's great. I love the guy.
That's awesome. All right, so big plans after high school?
You know, I'm planning to go try to play football at Harding University.
Okay, good.
I've been talking with the coaches and going on game visits, and I haven't gotten any offers yet, but hopefully soon after this season.
Well, you know, you keep having games at this level, Class 6 of 24 carries for 144 yards. There's going to be some opportunities open up for you. So congratulations on Friday night. All right, let's go over to the defensive side of things. I got some defensive clips up here. Cody had 3 big tackles, including and also an interception. Almost got in the end zone.
Yeah.
Dude, what happened, man?
The refs were not on our side right there.
Is that? Well, it's
Bad
funny.
call.
I talked to Mr. Burns after the game. They did a replay. It looked like to our film crew that you were in on the pick 6, but it's coming up here. You'll see the clip here in just a minute. So let's talk about defensive strategy going into Friday night. Of course, you know you had a tough battle the week before. What was the mindset that you guys? Oh, here's that pick 6. Let's watch, guys. Here it comes. And how's that not a touchdown? How do they call him down on the 1 yard line?
I don't know. They called a block in the back by Jaden Avon, even though he hit him right in the chest.
Oh, yeah. That was this play. I forgot.
call
But you
him
did get
out.
the pick 6, though. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, that's what it was. It wasn't they called you down. Jaden did have that block in the back over there. But, either way, we get the ball. We go back down. It does set up a offensive score, so that's good. So, again, going into Friday night, how did Coach Wickwar have the defense primed and ready to go?
Well, he just had a game plan that we were going to dominate. We watch a lot of film. We break down their offense pretty much every day of the week going into Friday.
So when you guys are, of course, I know you secondary, right? So you work with the secondary players. How are you guys focusing and planning and preparing for a team that really ran a lot? They threw the ball a little bit here and there, not that successful, had a couple of big plays. But what are you guys doing to prepare to get ready for a team? Because I was looking at Republican, they look like they run quite a bit. So it looks like you're going to have to get, maybe play up a little bit. But how are you getting ready for Friday night then?
We're mostly working on our little things like communication and stuff, making sure everyone knows what their 111 is. That's
right.
It's a big thing of Nixa, our 111. Each person does their part. We'll accomplish what we need to accomplish, but that's pretty much it. Big thing, communication.
So what are you enjoying the most about your senior year here at Nixa?
Just all my friends, being here with them makes it a lot of fun.
How long you been playing football? How long you been playing football within Nixa?
I played in 8th grade, and I took a year off last year.
And then came back out this year. Yeah,
Yes.
Very good. How long you been, Casey?
I started in 7th grade, moved here from Colorado, so
Okay.
we started in 7th grade. Cody came back up in 8th grade, and ever since.
Yeah, good. Big plans after high school. What do they look like?
I'm not sure if I plan on playing football, but I plan on going to college with my older brother in Arkansas.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's good. So you got some plans for the future. Guys, thank you so much. We appreciate your hard work. It takes a lot of work. We know what these coaches demand on you, and it's a different program these days, isn't it? It's kind of fun and hard work.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was watching a show the other day. Running is not work. Running is joy. There are players right now that wish they could run, but they're injured, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So keep up the hard work, guys. Guys, give these 2 seniors a round of applause. Great games for Nixa, and we expect big things again this Friday night and all season long, all right? You keep pounding the ball down the middle, and you keep pounding the ball, or keep pounding the guys that come up the middle, you know what I mean?
Yes,
and
sir.
get some more interceptions. I like that Here Comes the Boom, right? That's kind of fun, right? You guys got to give me a chance to get the song going. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get it going. It's so chaotic up there. And then all of a sudden, you've already dunked the basketball, and we're on to the next play, and then finally, here comes the song. So I'm working on it. I'm getting better, I promise. Hey, we'll be back right after this with a final preview of the Coaches Show as we dive into what it's going to take to beat Republic. And we got a special announcement how we can help out Coach Perry. But let's check out this message from Price Cutter.
And a good afternoon, Nixa Chamber. We're coming to you today from Price Cutter right here in Nixa, our hometown grocery store, locally owned, employee owned. And as a matter of fact, when I was in high school, I worked at Price Cutter, actually Ramey, then Price Cutter, back on another part of town. So we're celebrating something fun. I'm a Nixa Eagle, and we're celebrating the new Nixa Eagle store. Rob Marsh, do us an honor, and please cut that ribbon. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I think I got an everybody shot. Today. Zach, come on out for a minute. Stay right there, Rob. We'll get to you in a second. We are standing here, and Zach, what is the vision behind this team store?
The vision behind the team store is a place where all of our local Nixa people can come and have one spot to support Nixa Athletics. It's a partnership with Price Cutter. You can get all your Nixa team gear right here, and you know it's going directly back to the school district. We've had this vision for a while to have a central location that people can come any time of day and get their Nixa gear, and Price Cutter's partnered up with us, and we're able to fulfill that dream.
Yeah, it's a really kind of a cool thing. I know that we've had some logos in other stores, but this is different. When people buy right here at the Price Cutter, not only are they supporting a local store,
Right.
they're also supporting Nixa Athletics directly. Is that correct?
That's correct. This money's coming straight back to the school district, and so you know that when you buy other places, it does benefit the school district, but right here, it benefits the school district the most. So come and get all your Nixa gear here at Price Cutter.
Zach, we're showing some shots of what's inside the store, but what else is to come in this store in the future? Do you have future plans?
Yes, we're going to keep expanding this out. We're going to keep adding more and more stuff in the store. So we want the Nixa community to let us know what they want in the store, what they want to buy, how they want to represent their Nixa Eagles, and we'll make sure it gets in this store.
Now, you said something earlier that you had this vision for a long time, but so did Rob Marsh with Price Cutter, right?
Yeah.
And you finally got together.
It was funny. We both were thinking the same thing and just not talking to each other. So Rob approached us and said, hey, we want to do this. We're like, actually, we were getting ready to do the same thing. Let's get in this together and let's show our Nixa pride and show what a local Nixa business can do for the school district.
Well, let's bring up Rob real quick. He's with Price Cutter. He's a local manager here, been with the company for many, many years. And, of course, you know, it's always been something to see how Price Cutter has supported Nixa schools, not just here, but actually inside the schools. Why is it so important that Price Cutter gives back to the community, not just in the schools, but throughout the entire community?
Well, that's kind of always been our mission statement from our leadership is, you know, we use the tagline, where you shop matters, and I think this is the proof, and we practice what we preach, and where you shop matters, because we're involved in the community, our managers live in the community, and we're involved in the chamber, and it's just a very important piece to keep supporting the people that support us.
Yeah, it is kind of neat. And, of course, we're showing some clips here of the store a little bit. And we've seen a lot of improvements over the last year or two. What are some of the major things different that we're going to find inside of our Price Cutter store here in Nixa?
Tremendous amount of variety. We pride ourselves in being a one-stop shop where you can find everything you want. And this was just another addition of now you can buy your Nixa gear along with your green beans and your fresh seafood and your fresh meat and produce. So
Well, it's funny. My daughter just popped in a while ago, and I bought her some sushi. So
Yes,
you can
exactly,
get sushi here
exactly.
at Price Cutter in Nixa. So you guys know where Price Cutter is. I'm sure they come and visit the Starbucks, right? They always love to come to see the Starbucks. But, you know, their meat selection is fantastic, a great selection of produce, fresh food. The store always looks clean. It's always faced. It's just a fantastic representation that we have right here in Nixa. And, Rob, we appreciate all the support. You and Mr. Taylor, I see he's back here, the president of the company, and all that they've done for Nixa over the years. So, guys, if you want more Nixa gear, stop by Price Cutter right here in Nixa. It's going to be open during their hours. It's beautiful. Come check it out. You know, where's Coach Perry at? I see Coach Perry. We've got Coach Perryman from the basketball team. We've got some baseball. You guys need to come get the gears to support these coaches, all right? We appreciate you very much. If you want more information on how the Nixa Chamber can help your business, just reach out to us. We'll be glad to help. Guys, give us a big round of applause for celebrating the team store. And that's a wrap.
Republic. We got Republic coming up this Friday night, Coach. They're 2-1 on the season. They've beaten the Osho. They beat Willard. They lost to Webb City 56-20. What different techniques are you going through this week to prepare for it? Because you are going there. It's at Republic this week, and anything can happen on Friday night.
Sure. I mean, in coaching high school football, from the very beginning, those of you that are old enough to remember opening a box of Cracker Jacks, right? You open the Cracker Jacks, you really don't care about the Cracker Jacks. You just want to get to the prize in it. Well, coaching high school athletes is like opening a box of Cracker Jacks. You never know what you're going to get Friday at 7 o'clock till you get there and kick that ball off, right? You might get a great toy and you might get a bad toy. You just never know. So we approach every single day, obviously, trying to be the very best that we can be. And this team here provides a bit of an issue, like they've hired a new coach, obviously, and he's brought this wing tee offense in. And, the offense gives them a chance. I think Coach Baldwin, told us he didn't have a whole lot of kids in the last 4 years go play college football. So, I think the offense gives them a chance to run the clock, and they on defense, they get after it. They play zero-man coverage. They send the house. I think, it does provide a challenge. You got to be ready to win the line of scrimmage on defense and offense, and we got to be on top of our game. I can assure you of that. And then when you go over there, it's a little bit different than playing at home.
Coach, they're going to be geared up and wanting to beat the Eagles.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, I think our kids understand that we're going to get the best that the other opponent has anyway, just because we are Nixa. But then when we go hire two of their coaches, I can assure you that those kids on that team want to walk across that game victorious and shake those coaches' hands. So not only are we going to get the best, we're going to get the best times two, because there's a little extra incentive for those guys.
Yeah. Game time is this 7 o'clock this Friday night. We're at Republic. Of course, it's not that far of a drive. Expect a big crowd to be there, and let's make a lot of noise for our football team on Friday night. Right, Coach? I know you'll have the boys ready. Once again, a big thanks to our sponsors, Jenkins CPA, Big Whiskeys, Price Cutter, Greg's Motor Shop here in town. But we need to talk about something else real fast. And don't want to look too far ahead, but we do have the Ozark game coming up. But before we get there, that Jackson Teeter kid?
Yes.
Yeah, he plays on your football team.
Yes.
So his mom's got a couple things going on. She works for Least of These. And if you're not familiar with Least of These, they are a food pantry here in Christian County. And they have a couple of cool things happening. One of them is happening on a Tuesday night and on the 28th that we're here, and that is a community give back. And so a portion of the proceeds from the game or from Tuesday night will go to Least of These. And here's the thing. We're going up against the Big Whiskeys in Ozark. Again, community give back, building on that Nixa Ozark rivalry just a little bit. So we need a big crowd here on the 28th. Coach, I'd like you to encourage the parents to come out and watch the coaches show that night, the live recording, and let's fill up every one of these seats, and let's do a big job of helping support Least of These. Can we do that, Coach?
No doubt about it.
Let's do that. Second thing is that your Nixa cheerleaders will be focusing on Can the Tigers here coming up pretty soon. And, of course, you'll see different fundraisers going on throughout town. And in addition to that, like at all the schools, you can drop off food. You can donate money. Of course, we host the game this year. When you come to the game on Friday night, if you haven't had a chance to give to the Can the Tigers program, either bring food with you or they take cash, Coach. And they equate it as for every $1 equals 10 pounds of food.
Right.
Now, Coach, I didn't put a graphic in here about this, but they're going to throw you in jail coming up, right?
Yeah, Michelle had asked me about this fundraiser deal, and I really wasn't paying attention. And I said yes, that I would do it because it was a fundraiser. But then when she sent me the details, I saw that I'm actually going to IHOP, which I'm not opposed to. If I'm in jail around some pancakes, not too bad. But supposedly I have to have $500 to get out of jail, which I don't really know what type of day of the week that's on. I hope it's not a Friday. But anyway, I plan on walking in there with $500 so I can just have some pancakes
Coach,
and come on back home.
The judge can add to your sentence and say it's another $500 to get out.
Nah, $500 and I'm out. I just got to have $500. So if there's anybody that can donate $1 or $2, throw it my way, I would appreciate it. And it's going for a good cause.
It is.
IHOP's going to actually match the money that's raised, so I got to get on that and get that figured out.
All right. Well, let's help support Least of These as we can support our community, and I have firsthand knowledge of all the great things that they do for our well, it's pretty powerful actually, Coach. And so just a little bit of what's happening here coming up in the near future. All right, Nixa fans, that's going to give it a wrap up here from Big Whiskey's here on Tuesday night. And, of course, this will air lives here on Thursday. But do join us on Tuesdays, especially on the 28th, as we want to do our part to support the community, least of these. So, Coach, any other final thoughts?
No, we're ready to go.
Let's do it. We'll see you on Friday night at Republic High School for the Nixa vs. Republic football game.